Thank you very much.
In your day-to-day activities in your respective states, and in the case of the ministers in your respective ministry. And for us, your acceptance to play this part, renewed our confidence that both members and leaders of our party are all desirous of doing everything and anything we can do to ensure that we maintain peace and prosperity within our party. It is traditional for progressive parties to engage in internal contestations, arguments, disagreements, etc. There is nothing wrong with those. And if we have a party where you do not have divergent views, something must be wrong. It can only become a problem where we are not capable to forge agreement after disagreement. And particularly when there is no question that we all subscribe to a shared set of values which bind us together as members of the All Progressive Congress. As your excellencies may recall, at the last National Executive Council meeting, one of the key decisions that was taken at the NEC meeting, as earlier proposed by the caucus, was to set up a national committee under the supervision of Mr. President to ensure that we make effort wherever there is any form of disagreement or misunderstanding or communication gap, to make effort to reconcile those involved so that the party can continue to enjoy internal cohesion and renew vigor as we prepare to support the governments elected on the platform of our party between now and the next election. That is the governors in all the states that is controlled by our party, and of course the President of the Federal Republic, President Muhammadu Buhari, who is elected on the platform of the APC. What the party owns those elected on its platform is to assist with ideas, and we can only do so if there is eternal unity within the party. Consequently, after due consultations, the President had approved the composition of a National Reconciliation Committee. However, this process has suffered a little delay because the person originally proposed, who was first proposed to play a part for some other state matters, was unable to play that role. And so we had to revisit the entire composition. I'm very thankful, sirs, on behalf of my colleagues, and indeed on behalf of the President, that you have all accepted to assist the party in this particular regard. As you already know, the membership of the party, of the National Reconciliation Committee is as follows. Our founding chairman, who is fondly called Baba Awomo KKK, where for those who don't speak Yoruba, KKK means small boys like me. Small children. Are you so privileged to correct the chairman while he's speaking? I speak broken Yoruba, so you are not going to. I am not going to graduate today. So, Chief Bisi Akande as the chairman, the Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, Honorable Ahmed Wase, Vice Chairman. Other members include distinguished Senate Leader Yahya Abdullahi, the Governor of Osun State, Governor Oyetola Boyega. He sent his apologies. Ranking Governor Abubakar Sani Bello. I think we should begin to emphasize ranking, because in the Senate they have ranking. And when the governor is being second term, it's ranking. Former Governor, now Senator Almakura, member. Former Governor, now Senator Kashim Shettima, member. Honorable Minister of Environment and former woman leader of our great party, Sharon Ikiazo. Alhaji Nasiru Aliko Koki. Senator Kariat Gwadabe Abdurazak. Senator Binta Garba. And Senator Uwaneno John, who will serve as secretary. Let me quickly explain that these names are not written in order of prominence, so that Sharon doesn't go and protest that the women came towards the tail end. But this committee is very balanced, more than 1/3 quota. That's what's more. Mr. Chairman, with your permission, I'd like to read out a term of reference which is not cast in iron. You are free to, as very seasoned party leaders, you are free to do whatever you think, in your opinion, can help to facilitate peace across the 36 states and FCT. But the broad terms of reference that have been identified includes to identify intra-party conflicts or squabbles or misunderstanding in any of the 36 states of the Federation, including, of course, the Federal Capital Territory. Identify those involved in the conflict with a view to resolving the issues and enthroning lasting peace in the party. Number 3, given the nature of the assignment above, the committee may decide to co-opt or involve anyone or person or persons who, in its opinion, is in a position to assist the committee in the discharge of its mandate. The committee shall make appropriate recommendations at the end of its exercise, or even from time to time as it deems fit. And the committee is free to sit at any time, place, or location at its own discretion. As I said, although this can be termed to be terms of reference, but in truth, the members of this committee, in your own right, you are leaders of our party in your respective states, and you have been playing mediatory role or resolving conflict in your various states and even beyond. So there's nothing here that is strange. The bottom line is that at the end of the day, we expect the party to be a lot stronger. We have made similar effort in the past immediately after the primaries. You recall we set up 6 committees, one for each of the geopolitical zones, to address misunderstandings or differences arising from the primaries, usually between the person who emerged and those who were not so lucky. And of course, I believe the committee did a thorough job. Those have been of tremendous guide to us. But again, after the primaries, we went into the election proper. And after the election, we'll be favored with the presidency, favored with majority in the 2 arms of the National Assembly. And we're also favored with overwhelming majority of the governors. But this victory also poses its own challenge. At both the state and federal level, the expectation of people with regards to managing reward for hard work, for their contributions, are always issues. And of course, it's in states where we lost, people want to find who to blame for the loss in those respective states. So in all cases, whether where we won or where we didn't, there are little issues we are beginning to hear. We are not going to sit down here to list those states, but we will sit with the committee to share with you where we have information. And of course, even where we currently don't have, if they arise, the committee will be free to deal with them. Once again, on behalf of Mr. President and the entire leadership of our party, I want to thank you most sincerely, Mr. Chairman, for allowing us to recall you from your well-deserved retirement and resting with your people in your community and commuting all the way to Abuja. Let me also to the Deputy Speaker. We all know the challenges of legislation and the workload you have as a Deputy Speaker of the House. For the governors, no one needs to tell me what it is to govern a state, and it is more so where resources are dwindling and expectation is mounting. The governor has to be a magician to be able to meet all the conflicting rule senders that you have to manage. So I do deeply appreciate that in accepting to participate in this exercise, you are making huge sacrifices. We are very grateful. I also, of course, appreciate the Honorable Minister who has to manage not just physical environment, but also the political environment. So I think it fits into your brief as a minister. So we are very grateful. And of course, to the leader of the Senate, we are very, very grateful. To my former colleagues who are now senators, I know that you have inherent responsibility to be advising at home, as well as legislating in Abuja, and now helping us to participate in this national reconciliation effort. I believe we have also carried out back to duty, and John has been complaining of not being employed since he was robbed out of the governorship in his state. So as secretary, I'm sure you'll have enough to keep you busy. So once again, Bisi has arrived at last? Okay, Comrade Garba, thank you for being part of this. I know you were to go to the Senate, but I think the people thought it's better you serve at this level for now. So you are welcome. Once again, Mr. Chairman, I'm really very grateful for the honor you've done.
In the society of the imbeciles, there is no argument. We are neither angels nor imbeciles in the APC, and it was not surprising to us that as we move along to confront the mounting burden of economy, of insecurity, and of corruption in the country, definitely there will be a lot to argue about. And this may have been the cause of the crisis we will be having here and there within our party. I feel humbled to be asked to be part of the committee that will resolve these crises. At first, I feel trembled. But when I read the names of my other colleagues in the committee, I become emboldened, and I feel happy that we are certainly going to do a very good job for the progress of this party. It is a pity that I've been out of circulation for some 6 years, but I still remember all the faces of all of you, my friends and brothers and sisters of the APC, and some of my people in the Secretariat who had welcomed me here this evening. On behalf of all the members of the committee, the National Reconciliation Committee, Mr. Chairman, we accept to serve. Thank you.